What is up, guys? My name is Alexander, more known as King Alex on TikTok, now Instagram, and now YouTube. So I actually started this YouTube channel because I want to do a little bit more extensive, deeper videos on certain topics, and I wanted a place to reply to my viewers and my followers who have questions, and I can't really get back to all of you guys in time through every single message I get, which is thousands a day. But I try to get back to you guys as soon as I can. So I made this YouTube channel so I could get back to you guys and answer your questions and cover certain topics that you guys are curious about. So if you guys don't already do, please go ahead and follow me on Instagram, King Alex ___ Alex, and shoot me a DM and I'll be more than happy to get back to you guys with the video. So let's go ahead and talk about these DMs that I got. I'm gonna go ahead and answer 5 or maybe 6 depending on the length of each DM, and on the next video I'll answer a few more. I'm gonna just say anonymous. I don't want to say their name. Kim, I'm gonna call all of them Kim from now on. Kim says, what does it mean when your husband has never really dedicated songs to you, but he used to dedicate songs to his ex? Ooh. Every time I bring it up, of course he Googles a damn song and dedicates it to me. So first off, a woman never wants to tell you what to do. A woman doesn't want to have to tell you what she wants. She doesn't want to tell you how to be treated. If you're a guy watching this, she doesn't want to have to tell you how she wants to be loved, or she doesn't want to tell you to be romantic. Basically, she wants you to just do it out of your heart, right? So in this case, this woman here is telling her husband that she wants flowers, right? Or sorry, that she wants songs. And then he dedicates one to her, but it's not genuine. It's sort of like when you fight with your lady and then you think that if you get her some flowers, everything's gonna be okay, you know? But that gift has now lost its value because you did it just to heal the wound of the argument. You did it just so you could be on good terms with your wife or your girlfriend. So that's kind of what this is. And she says, every time I bring it up, of course, he Googles a damn song and dedicates it to me. You know, so she just wants him to be genuine. If the guy ever watches this video, or any guy who's going through a similar situation, just be genuine. Just do nice things for your girl. It doesn't take much when you're at the store and you see a good set of flowers and you go, I think she would like this. Or you see a teddy bear, something cute. You know, when you were in high school and you just had this warmth in your heart, you just wanted to make your girlfriend, you know, feel special. You gotta treat them like that still. That hasn't gone away. You know, women still want to be courted. They still want to be romanced. So just do little things like that. Or you could even maybe write a letter when they are, post it on the mirror where she gets ready, and just say, hey, you know what, baby, I love you. And I promise you, she'll store that little post-it somewhere safe and she'll keep it forever. And as far as for the woman who messaged me this, stop looking at things that he did with his ex, because that's not gonna end good for you. You know, you're gonna start comparing and contrasting. Why does he love her? Did he love her more? You know, he's supposed to love me more even though we met after, you know. So just drop that whole comparing and contrasting. It's not good for you. And let's move on to the next email or DM. I keep saying email. What the fuck am I, a fucking dinosaur? Let's move on to the next AIM. MySpace comment. All right, this one says here, how do you know if a man truly loved you after cheating? If a man cheats on you, he doesn't love you. He doesn't love you because you don't hurt what you love. And I know you've thought about that already, and your friends have told you that probably too, if anybody knows about him cheating. But you don't hurt the people you love. For example, if we get a brand new car, we're gonna take care of it. We're gonna make sure we don't get a scratch on it. We're gonna make sure we clean it up whenever we get a chance. We're gonna make sure we wax it. We get good products for it. We take care of what we value. If a man isn't taking care of you emotionally, he does not really care about you, right? He didn't fall in that pussy by accident. I'm gonna just be blunt. He didn't fuck that girl by accident. He did it with the intention to fuck. And before he fucked her, or before he cheated, and I know I'm being very blunt here, but think about this. Before he cheated, it went through his mind, well, what would my wife, what would my girlfriend think? Obviously, she wouldn't like this. And he chose to pleasure himself and think with his second head, rather than think about what you would want in that situation. Which means in the future, when that opportunity comes again, the only thing stopping him would be the fact that he got caught by you, not that he actually wants to respect you. So he doesn't love you. He doesn't care about you. And I'm sorry about that, but I think it's time to move on. If he cheated a long time ago, you guys are still working on a relationship, all right, keep working on it. But it's just very hard to build that trust again with somebody who's done that to you. Trust me. All right, moving on to the next email. Moving on to the next DM. This girl says, "Hi, I just have a question on why men get a little abusive sometimes, or easily triggered when we want to talk about a past because they don't want to talk about it." I asked, "Are you getting physically abused?" I used to be. I just always blame myself and question why, if at first he was so sweet. Like, what did I do wrong to cause someone to get like that? See, and that's the problem that a lot of people have who are in abusive relationships. They tend to blame themselves for the other person's behavior, or they feel like somehow they're fucking up and it's making that person emotionally or physically abuse them. What a lot of women say who are getting abused is, "Oh, well, he's not really a bad guy, it's my fault too." And they kind of try to take the blame away from him, just because they're so used to that person being in their lives, and they really want to believe in that person. It shows that they got a good heart. They just have it in the wrong place. Let me tell you right now, a guy who's abusing you, that's a red flag. It saddens me because the person who sent me this, Kim, she is actually taking time to message me, when this should just be something that's so obvious. Is leave them. People like this will never change. This is how they grew up. They grew up with violence, manipulation, making the other person feel like shit, making them feel like they're not worth it, making their partner feel like everything is their fault, gaslighting them, narcissistic behaviors, narcissistic actions, tendencies. And you gotta let people like this go, because they're not gonna change. They're never gonna stop, and it doesn't actually get better, it gets worse. So you gotta put your foot down and you gotta leave that relationship. You got people and family who care about you, so it's not right for you, and it's not good for you, and it's not in your best interest to stay in that relationship. Trust me, I know it feels like the world is gonna fucking end if you leave, because you're so attached to this person. You're so used to being with them. If you look up trauma bonding, it's basically emotional attachment that gets created from physical, emotional, verbal abuse to your partner. Domestically violent relationships create trauma bonds, and this often happens when a victim bonds with someone who is destructive to them and who is hurting them essentially. But to answer your question, it is not your fault, and don't feel like it's ever your fault. It is their fault for being who they are, and that's never gonna change. All right, and this is one of my last ones here. It says, "Hopefully you read my message on one day. I've seen your videos on TikTok. I've been married for 3 years, and my husband and I fell apart where we were on and off." If you guys send me a message, just remember to use good grammar, because we both ain't good at that. She says, "I've been married for blank years, and my husband and I fell apart where we were on and off. I tried working on our relationship. I even told him that I wanted marriage counseling. He said yes." So already, I could already tell he doesn't want to be in a relationship. If a relationship is going on and off, usually it's because the guy doesn't want to be in the relationship, and that's usually the case. So I could already tell he doesn't want to be in the relationship. On Christmas Eve, he wasn't responding that same day, and at night he texted me saying he doesn't want to be with me anymore. Yeah. Finding out he was with me and another girl. Yeah, see, so if a guy isn't putting his all into the relationship with you, just know that he's not interested in you, and he might be investing his time somewhere else. Because when men are genuinely interested in a woman, we take time and we put effort into that relationship. We don't just give up and walk away if we really want you. If we really want you, you're gonna see that effort on our part. And now we find out that there's another girl in the mix. The girl knew about me and she still stayed with him. This is the thing about a lot of women who don't have integrity, is they'll go after a man who's married, or they'll go after a man who's in a relationship because they see the bond that that man has with you, and they see that he's capable of being a good guy, and then they want it. You know, they want to have what you have because they want to replicate it into their own version. And girls like that are grimy, dude. Like, I don't understand how he could take somebody's man like that. Like, that just shows that in the future, he'll probably leave you when you get all old and gray and you don't attract him anymore, or for some other reason. Maybe you don't listen to him one night, you know, and you cause a fight. Guess what that guy's gonna do? He's gonna go straight to his phone and he's gonna look for the first girl that answers his fucking phone, and he's gonna go sleep with her. You don't trust cheaters. The girl knew about me and she still stayed with him. He told me I wasn't worth it and that I was pathetic for begging him, aka he's a bitch and he doesn't know how to communicate like a man. If this guy was saying that he wanted to try to work on a relationship, and then he told her that he doesn't want to be with her anymore, right? And keep in mind, this guy and this woman have a child, and he hasn't reached out to check on the child in over 5 months. This just shows what a piece of shit guy this is. He doesn't want somebody he's got to commit to. Maybe he got married out of impulse and he regretted it. You know, and he just doesn't want to commit. He wants to mess around and he just wants to have a good time. Meanwhile, you have a woman who's actually ready to commit. She's ready to settle down, but unfortunately, she went in the wrong direction with the wrong guy, and that's not her fault. That's not your fault. It's the guy's fault because he didn't know what he wanted. He was a little boy.
You a little boy to me. I'll kiss you on your forehead. You a little boy.
This guy's pathetic and he's not worth it. I suggest you just leave him alone. Don't talk to him anymore. Put his ass on child support and make him pay back all the shit he's put you through. Like, shit, damn. Like, these guys are shit. Fuck men. Nah. There's bad men out there, but there's also good men. Alright, this is going to be my last one. I hope you don't mind, but I need some advice, of course. I saw your video on TikTok about if your girl keeps bringing up old shit you did. This is my situation also. We try to talk about it, but usually fight. I know you can't erase things that happen, but how can I move on and stop thinking about it? You can't force yourself to swallow your feelings. You can't force yourself to be okay with something that you're not okay with. You're just gonna end up hating yourself, and you're gonna end up resenting yourself because you're choosing to swallow your feelings. You're choosing to ignore yourself and who you are and what you really want in the relationship. If that problem is not resolved, and every time you guys talk about it, you guys fight, that just shows me that you guys are not communicating correctly. That just shows me that he's not taking the time to actually listen, to actually understand you. It sounds to me like he's just listening to respond to you, or listening and getting defensive about it, or listening and thinking it's okay, it's already over, and getting annoyed by it. I think, you know, maybe attend some counseling together, maybe read a book about relationships together, because if he's not willing to learn new tactics or ways to approach the relationship, then it's always going to be a problem, and you're always going to be in the same fucking difficult situation or situation, of not communicating over problems. So definitely, I think you should sit down and just ask him, hey, you know what? I just want to tell you how I feel about it. I just want to show you how I feel. And don't use words such as you did this, you. Just say, I feel like I'm not over it. I feel like it still deeply hurts me, and it makes me feel like I didn't matter, or whatever way you're feeling. Hopefully he responds in the same way and tells you how he feels about it. But overall, it's gonna take time. Some wounds don't just heal like that. You can't heal them like that. You're not a fucking robot. It's gonna take time to heal. It's gonna take time for that wound to go away. You know, you can't break your arm and expect yourself to be okay within the next few weeks. It's gonna take some time. It's gonna take some work. Then it's gonna take therapy to get that arm to work again. You know, it's gonna take a lot of effort on both of your parts, especially him, if he's the one who fucked up. And he's gonna have to be in the doghouse for a while, you know, and that's okay, because he earned his place there. He did something that wasn't okay, and now he has to pay for it. Not in a resentful way, not in a way where you're going to be attacking him or intentionally hurting him because you're so angry about it still, but in a way where he's going to have to show you with his actions daily that he is trustworthy and that he actually wants to be with you. That's it for today, guys. I covered so much. I hope I answered some of your questions, and I hope I helped you guys get some answers to your problems, or at least a different perspective about it. Again, go ahead and follow me if you don't on Instagram, King Alex ___ Alex, and my TikTok is For The Boys Connected. All my links down below. And again, don't forget to subscribe and like this video down below, and I'll see you guys soon.